What is up, heroes, and welcome to my top 5 legendary Pokemon. Now remember, these are 100% my opinions. You might agree, disagree, and that's totally fine. Everyone's got their own opinions. If you guys want to put your opinions in the comment section below, that'd be pretty swell, so let's get into the list. At number 5, we have Deoxys. Now I love Deoxys for so many reasons. The first being, you go to space to capture him on Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. That is reason enough to love him. Like the lies I was told when I was a kid about waiting for the 100 space shuttles to launch, then go to space to capture Deoxys, finally came true in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It was probably one of the coolest scenes ever in Pokemon in my opinion. Just jumping on Rayquaza's back, flying to space, finding Deoxys was just, it was absolutely incredible. But that's not the only reason I love him. Like, I just feel like Deoxys is one of the most intimidating Pokemon ever. Like, apart from Mewtwo, I would say if the Pokemon world was real, Deoxys and Mewtwo, two of the Pokemon I've been really scared of. I guess you could say Kyurem as well because it ate humans, but still, Deoxys is just, it's so creepy looking and I absolutely love it. I love all the different forms it's got, the defense form, the attack form, the speed form. It just, Deoxys deserves a spot on my top 5. At number 4, we have Lugia, and I like Lugia for a few personal reasons. That being, when Gold and Silver came out, I was the only one out of my friends, everyone at my school to play Silver. Everyone was playing Gold, they thought Ho-Oh looked so much better, and it was just me playing with Lugia, and I thought Lugia was the better one out of the two, and I always played Silver. When Heart Gold Soul Silver came out, my main one was Soul Silver. Absolutely loved that. The second film came out, I absolutely loved that. It's not my favourite film, but I still thought the scene between the three birds and Lugia was just so awesome. And recently I played Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, and Shadow Lugia just looks absolutely insane. I do hope one day we get, like, I don't know, another Pokemon Coliseum game with the Shadow Pokemon, because that is such an awesome idea, and the Shadow Pokemon, Shadow Lugia, just makes me love Lugia so much more. And I really wish a shiny Lugia was the same colours as a Shadow Lugia, because Black Lugia looks so awesome. At number 3, we have Mewtwo. Of course Mewtwo had to make this list because to me, he is still the most powerful Pokemon in the whole series, hands down. Screw Arceus, it's all about Mewtwo. Now I love Mewtwo for a few reasons. The first being Red and Blue. You find this cave, you're not allowed to go in this cave because you're not strong enough. It's just, you see this cave for the whole time, and once you beat the Elite Four, you beat the champion, you are finally strong enough to go in this cave, and who do you find at the end? You find Mewtwo, and to me that was just an experience I think I'll never forget. Mewtwo being so hard to capture, and just the way he looks, and then the Pokemon film, the first one, the feels in that film, no spoilers, but oh god, the things that happen in it is just, it made me cry when I was a kid. And when I recently watched a film to do the Pokemon Ash Gray episode I did, the speech Mewtwo had, which I'm going to play now, it was just absolutely, it was awesome.
I see now that the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant. It is what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are.
At number 2, we have Latias. Now I absolutely love Latias for some personal reasons. The first being, I absolutely despise roaming Pokemon. They hate me so much. I always have trouble trying to capture them, but Latias was just really easy for me to capture, and that's one reason I love it. The second being that my friend loved Latios, I love Latias, and would always kind of have one on our teams just because, you know, we were the duo, and, you know, they're kind of like a duo. I thought that was pretty awesome. And the fact that in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, in my opinion, one of the coolest things about that game is soaring. Like, there's not really much to do apart from find the legendary Pokemon in Mirage Islands, but flying through the sky is something I've always wanted to do in Pokemon, and the fact we can do it on a Latias, Latios, and it Mega Evolves, I just absolutely love, and Latias is always going to be my top 5. At number 1, we have Hooper. Now, Hooper hasn't officially been released, but from what I've seen and what I know about him, he is absolutely nuts. You may see Hooper and think he's a cute, cuddly little Pokemon, but the fact he was so powerful someone had to trap his true form inside a bottle, I think is reason enough he deserves to be on this list. Hooper's true form, Hooper Unbound, is one of the coolest looking Pokemon I've ever seen. He looks absolutely nuts. He looks so powerful. And one of his attacking moves is just so brutal. When he comes out one of his hoops, he's actually laughing at the Pokemon getting hit. And that is one reason I absolutely love Hooper Unbound. He is insane. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but I think everyone can agree on that all the legendary Pokemon around Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire have come here because of Hooper, because of the rings. And the fact that Hooper is strong enough to be able to just pull any Pokemon out from where it is and bring it to this land, I think is absolutely nuts. And I cannot wait for the film to come out because it's got all these legendary Pokemon fighting each other. And the fact that Arceus has to show up. you know, the God Pokemon has to show up to stop this Pokemon. That proves how strong Hooper's got to be, and I cannot wait for the film to come out. I just cannot stress how awesome Hooper Unbound looks, and the film is going to be hopefully awesome, and that is why Hooper is my #1 spot. If you guys have your own top 5 legendary Pokemon you want to share, put it in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Peace!